My man, you went from zero all the way to $11,000. Everyone, welcome Zion Lu.
Thank you.
My G. Brother, I want to ask you, as your mentor, like, what actually made you want to work with me personally, man?
Uh, Authenticity. You know,
Wow, fuck yeah,
when
bro.
I was first starting out, there's probably what thousands, hundreds of people in the
Shit.
space, and one thing they have in common is that they're not very authentic, right? And I think if you were to make a choice as substantial as going into e-commerce or anything else, you want to make a good choice. You want to have somebody who you know will be authentic, who you know will be by your side the entire time. And you know, when I was first going into it, a lot of these people, you know what they were doing, right?
What?
They're LARPing.
What?
They're LARPing, and
Yeah.
I mean, not that like anything's
Yeah.
wrong with LARPing. It's just
Yeah.
when you LARP too much, your authenticity just diminishes, and that that really discourages any new people. You know, discourages me from wanting to work with anyone who I see is just LARPing
Wow.
24/7. Um, Not that I have anything against LARPing. You know, you gotta LARP once in a while, but you can't really,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah.
if you're not authentic to who you are as a person, I think that's not gonna work out for you in business, in life, or anything else.
Bro, I've never tried to hide anything. I've always been that one guy who just speaks from his heart, bro. Bro,
Hundred
what?
percent.
Like, I'm actually seriously curious
Yeah.
because I've never actually asked one of my mentees one of this. Like, what exactly about me,
Yes.
other than me fucking around being my own self, like, what exactly
Yeah.
did you like about me as a person?
Bro, you're not. This is a good thing. This is a bad thing.
What?
But like, you're not afraid to say what's on your mind, right? Like, that's a
Yeah,
good thing. But that
that's a
can be a
good thing,
bad
yeah.
thing because
Yeah.
you know, if you say a very special word and there happens to be a very special group of people in the
Oh,
vicinity,
that's
then
true. No, I'm not gonna say it here, but yeah.
it's not a good
Yeah.
situation to be in. But on the other hand, you know, you saying what's on your mind, that encourages like me to be authentic to myself as well, to my offers, the people
Wow.
I'm working
I
with,
love that, bro. Yeah.
and you know, that's not a lot of that's not what a lot of people can say these days, right? They're all so careful about what they think and what they say. It's like it's really nice to see someone that really just says what's on his mind.
Bro, I fucking love that, bro. And bro, like every person has their own story,
Yeah.
right? Every person is different to their own core. Like every person has their unique way of thinking. Their unique story.
100%.
And I want to talk a little bit about you personally. Enough about me. I'm like, bro, you've come a long fucking way.
Yeah.
Right? How much you made last month?
Last month, 11, just over 11. It wasn't a 10K month. It was
Wow.
a,
Wasn't a 10K
aim
month.
for 10,
Aim
but
for 10.
shot
Yeah.
up a little higher. Yeah.
Shoot for the stars, aim for the moon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bro, I want to ask you, like, obviously we can talk about all day about your achievements, but
Sure.
I actually want to talk a little bit about back when you were struggling.
Yeah.
Like, walk me through a day where, well, essentially you were struggling. You
Yeah.
were, let's say, you're a struggling setter.
Yeah.
You're struggling making anywhere from 1 to 2K a month, and even notwithstanding, you could be with your job. At time you were stocking shelves, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Like, walk me through a time where you genuinely struggled and you just had no direction, no sense about what you actually wanted to achieve. Like, walk me through one of those days.
Well, I don't think it was a day. I think it was like a week or maybe a month or two. You
Nah, I
know,
feel you,
it's
bro. Yeah.
if you ask me if to think of a day, I can't really think of a day. It was like a few months back, a year back. It's like, really gloomy. Couldn't get results. Couldn't get clients. Couldn't get offers. Fucking weather's shit. Raining all the time. That really fucks up your mood. Um, so I can't really think of a day, but I can think of that period of time where everything's not going my way. Weather's incredibly bad, and everything's not working out.
And how did you
What I would
overcome it,
say.
bro?
Persistence.
Persistence.
I kind of knew like, all right, this is a shitty time right now, but if I persevere, then gradually it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better, and it did get better.
Wow. You know what? I'll tell you
uh,
this. And this doesn't only apply to you as a person,
Yeah.
but I think it actually applies to me. It definitely applied to me back when I was starting out.
Sure.
Because most people, I'll tell you what, they understand that they're in such a shitty fucking position, but it's not shitty enough. It's not shitty enough to the point where, you know what, it pushes them to make some sort of action,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
Because you know what they say, you know what? If you genuinely hated
Yeah.
where you were, like your current position, then you would find ways to improve it.
Yeah.
You would generally put in the work.
Yeah.
And I want to ask for you specifically, Zion, like, what was those times and what were those categories of things that you actually hated about your life. What were the biggest motivational factors
Yeah.
that pushed you to work hard during the times where you just didn't want to fucking work at all?
You know, the biggest motivational factor is belief. People didn't
Belief.
believe in me.
Oh,
Yeah, you
shit,
believed in
I
me.
believe in you 100%. Yeah.
Probably a couple other people believed in me, but that was it. Nobody believed in me.
Wow.
And it was like, okay. It kind of was like, it kind of put me into the mentality where I have something to prove, right? And, you know, I got to grind to the point where, you know, the results speak for themselves. And at that point, people will see like, okay, I didn't believe in this guy, but look where he is at now. And so that was really what pushed me.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, they didn't believe in you, huh? They didn't fucking believe. Did they piss you off or anything? Like, what did they say? Also, don't mind the noise. The neighbors are fucking mowing some lawn or whatever the fuck. We don't care about. But, like, what happened, bro?
I mean, can't even remember, right?
Can't I
It's all
remember?
just noise.
Yeah.
Like,
That pissed you off, huh?
yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm a believer in like, you
Yeah.
know, you don't let the results do the talking, right? Like,
Bro, that's fucking facts,
like, you
bro.
know,
Fucking facts.
they
yeah.
can see everything.
Yeah.
You know, what good is me talking about it? It's like
That's
you
true.
can see
That's
it.
so true.
You can see where I was. You can see where I am. You can see where I will be. It's, you know, just take a look.
bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I fucking fuck with that a lot because, bro, if I told you how many people, and if any of you are watching this, one of you fuckers that used to doubt on me, just know I'm fuck. I know who you are. I know exactly who the fuck you are, and I bet you can know. You can say the exact same fucking thing.
Yep.
Like holy shit, I know. I can name drop. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I can name drop at least 5 people right now.
Yeah.
Who literally said on text this guy, what the fuck is he doing? But this guy's probably scamming. This guy's probably fucking doing XYZ bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. So, bro, I fuck with a heavy, man.
Yeah.
And look where you are right now, bro. Look right now. I mean, like, enough talking about like all the down moments. Like, let's talk about some of the up moments. Like,
For
bro,
sure.
walk me through. Like, I know I keep mentioning a day, but I actually want you to walk me through like a day, a specific day where, let's say you had. And I remember some of these days, like in the back of my head, like. Let's say one of the days you collected 2K in commissions.
Yeah.
Like a single day, 2K in commissions.
Yeah.
Like, how did that make you feel? Walk me through one of those days, and like, how did you go about it, man?
I mean, how did that make me feel? Let's get it out of the way. It made me feel fucking great. There's no other way to say it. In terms of how I did it, right now I'm a setter. I don't do closing. I close like what three times, 4 times. Not
Still
that
some of
much.
your juice.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. So I don't close a lot. But what I learned is that setting is such an important phase because you're the first contact between the prospect and the offer, and so first impressions last, right?
Oh, fuck
And
yeah,
so
bro. Yeah,
the prospect
100%.
sees you as the face of the offer, and so once you really hype them up, once you have a good energy, once you're well presented, well spoken, articulate, it's like the closer can fuck some shit up, but at the end of the day, a prospect still wants to buy because you've done such a great job. That's what I've kind of learned.
That's true.
Is that it doesn't matter what the closer does, right? It doesn't matter if the closer, like, you know, doesn't close that well. As long as you're the face of the offer, as long as you actually put in the work, and you know you are articulate, you are well presented, you know you are well spoken for, the prospect will be very interested in your offer and in what you have to say, and that's how I kind of conducted myself. Is that I think of myself as the face of an offer when I'm working on it. And I think if the prospect was to invest in this, the first avenue that they will see is that they will see me. So what can I do to leave a favorable impression on them to make sure that they will want to be invested?
No, 100%.
And as soon as I shifted my mentality to that, that's when the 2K days came in.
Wow. Because all of a sudden you treated it like every single lead. If I don't nail this,
Yeah.
he's not buying.
Oh,
He's not fucking buying. You treated every single lead personally, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I fucking love that because I'll tell you what. For most setters out there, they tend to struggle to actually hit every single lead.
Yeah.
Many times they tend to leave leads through the cracks.
Yeah.
Let leads slip, right?
Yeah.
Right. And bro, when you actually made the out, I'm just generally curious because I'm fucking curious, right?
Yeah.
Like when you made that 2K in a day,
Yeah.
2K,
Yeah.
bro. Like what did you do? Like did you like go out for dinner? Like did you do something, or you just went right back to work like it was like regular day 2K, yeah, whatever. Like how was it, bro? How did you treat that kind of
To be
day?
honest, it kind of caught me off guard, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't get paid unless the deal closes.
Facts.
And a part of it goes to the setter.
Yeah.
But like I said before, if you do your part and do extremely well sorry to the closer, but if you do your part as a setter extremely well, then you have confidence that this prospect will move forward. So, I do my best with every set that I can do, but I don't anticipate, the closer does this, closer does that, closer works his magic or whatever. I just know that I passed the lead along to the next person and that I did what I can and I did 100%. I committed everything that I can, and this lead I know will be in good hands if he decides to move forward. So it kind of caught me off guard, right? Because I'm just doing my own thing and no payment notification. Oh, when did this come through? But yeah, just it surprises you at times, and that's the beauty of it, is that you put in the work. Oh fuck, here's a payment.
Shit, yeah, and I'll tell you what, and especially for those who are watching this right now, who are struggling setters, like one of the main reasons why I taught you self accountability,
Yeah.
is because that when it comes to appointment setting, you don't get paid unless the deal fucking closes. Imagine if you're in car sales, right, and you only make money
Yeah.
off of commissions,
Yeah.
right? So if a deal doesn't close, and if it does close,
Yeah.
regardless of what the outcome is,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's your fault. It's
is.
your responsibility,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And taking that self accountability and realizing that you are responsible for every single lead that comes in the fucking door and every single lead that comes and closes.
Yeah.
Making sure that you're actually the person that is right for that. That is the number one lesson that you could possibly learn in sales.
100%.
When it comes to even appointment setting, closing, regardless of what it is, self accountability is one of the best things that you can have as an individual. Because the moment you put blame on other, like let's say other people, let's say you know what, the closer didn't close, and fuck the closer, right?
Yeah.
You could just if he didn't close,
Yeah.
it's so easy to blame the closer.
Yeah.
But if the first thing that you ask yourself is, okay, well, what could I have done to possibly make him even more warm so that he could have closed?
Yeah.
Right? And most setters don't understand that. And I'm glad that that's one thing that we actually fucking implemented.
Yeah.
Right? And bro, you come a fucking long, long way. And let's actually talk about your journey from zero, from fucking nothing, all the way to now 11K a month. And 11K is just a month, 11K a month. We're going to go to fucking 20K a month.
Yeah.
Right? Let's walk through actually what happened in the first one. The first part that we went over was outreach. Now, before any of this started,
Right.
you actually have to have an offer to work on, right?
course, yeah.
So how did we acquire that offer? Through outreach. Now, like when you were starting out, what was those? What were those times like when you first started outreaching and trying to land? Like, tell me about those times.
Well, the first outreaches were shit, right?
Of course,
I mean,
but
everyone starts
written in
out,
the cosmos.
Everyone
Yeah.
starts out doing bad. The offers I was on, starting out was shit as well.
Shit.
Offer itself was shit. The funnels were shit. The retentions was shit.
Okay, what made it shit?
The conversions were abysmally dog shit, but
Oh, fuck. Oh, no shit.
but
yeah.
everything was like so unorganized, right? Everything was so bad. Funnels, were very surface. You don't even know anything about them, the prospects, the demographics, all of that stuff. And then I realized, like, if I wanted to work on better offers, it's not necessarily the offer's fault. I have to improve myself to be able to acquire better offers. And how I improved myself was that I realized that info owners, agency owners, they don't necessarily want to hear about your skill set. They want to hear about your story, because it's so easy to approach an info owner and say, look, I've done a setting, I've done closing for this, how long? This is my total cash collected.
Wow,
I worked with
yeah.
this skill, that. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. I have 50 other setters in my DMs saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
no
you know.
facts.
So what I quickly realized was that info owners, agency owners, they don't really care about your skill set. Of course, skill set is important, but that's to be expected. They expect you to have already acquired a good skill set already, but what they really want to look for is your story. Like, how did you go from this to this to this to this, right? They want to hear your story. And, as an example, if I approach an info owner and say, like, hey, bro, like, a few months ago I was jerking off in bed, and then I'm quickly approaching 10K a month. I've done this. I go places I want to be. I do stuff I want to do now. I completely transform my life with high ticket sales. If you put me on your offer, I'll transform your offer the same way I've done with my life. But holy fuck. He looks on my profile and sees, like, not just hearing my story, but able to visually see my transformation. And he knows that, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. He's turned his life around. He's worked on this. Like, he can greatly help my offer, and I want this guy on my team. And that conclusion comes because your story is good. Not because of, I can close or I can set, and this is how much money I've collected. It's not about that. Right? Skill set is important, but at the end of the day, it's about your story. It's about what you have to present for yourself, and how how that reflects you and your transformation progress.
Bro, I feel like this is pretty much similar to the exact reason why you even decided to fucking work with me in the first fucking place. And I'll tell you this, bro. The reason why I told you and I instructed you to actually, instead of market your experience and numbers, make that just a bonus point. Oh, additionally, you know what? I've also collected X amount of money with this amount of offer and this amount of progress. That's just the added bonus.
Yo, bro, did
Right?
you take my juice?
Fuck you, bro. You can have some of mine now. Bro, you drink that shit way too quick, bro.
Oh, it's
Way too
good,
quick.
bro.
It's good. I know
It's
it's good.
good.
It's fucking pear juice, bro.
It's good.
But I'll tell you this: the number one reason
Yeah.
why I instructed you to do such a thing is because I mean I've been in this space for 2.5 years. It's so easy to find someone who outreaches like this, like the following.
Yeah.
Hey, my name is Mohammed, and I want to set for you. I've done setting. I've collected 3 million cash already. You sound like everyone else.
Yeah.
Right. And the moment you start leveraging your personality, your story,
Yeah.
and who you are as a person, what do you value,
Yeah.
is the moment that people start to look at you as someone who's extraordinary.
Right.
Right? So for those of you watching right now, like if you're struggling to land an offer, the number one advice that I gave to Zan, the number one advice that I can possibly give to you is that you have to market who you are.
Yeah.
Market what do you care about. Market your story. How, like when I say your story, don't just say how you went from what 0 years old to 18 years old. No. Market exactly like where were you before? Where were you before you even got into sales? Like
Yeah.
I'm assuming not a very good spot. I mean that's exactly what happened to Zan. That's exactly what happened to me. I was in a very, very bad spot. I came from fucking nothing. I lived with middle class family, and I was Chinese. I had no job. I had $200 to my name, and I dropped out of college. That's my story. So what's your story? Figure out like exactly like what about you makes you special. What makes you outstanding?
Yeah.
Right. The moment you say, you know what, I want to work for you, and I've done X, they don't care. They've heard it all the fucking time. That's
Of
the number
course.
one reason why we've actually went through that process.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you like obviously the moment you started implementing that
Yeah.
was the moment you actually started getting clients. Now I want to ask you the difference. Like before you implemented that, how long were you struggling for? And after you implemented that, how long did it take you to actually land some clients?
Before, it probably took me like 2 to 3 months,
Yeah, 2 to 3. I remember.
and all those times my efforts were just completely useless, right?
Useless,
Because
yeah.
they don't yield any fruit because they're
Yeah.
not done the right way. They don't yield any fruit, and so those 2-3 months were completely useless. After would probably I'd say like 3 weeks. It's still consistent.
Wow.
You still gotta be
Yeah,
consistent.
you have
can't-
to be
you can't
consistent, yeah.
expect like I'm gonna tell you my story, and you're gonna put me on your sales team. What? Fuck no, right? You
Right.
still gotta be
Yeah,
consistent.
you have to be consistent.
But
yeah.
once you be consistent with the right direction, then it becomes a whole lot easier
Whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Why does it become a whole lot easier?
because you stand out. You go from the bottom of the. This is all the setters right here.
Yeah.
You go from the bottom to the
Right
top.
there. Yeah. So it's just a numbers game.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of if you're gonna hire, it's a matter of when. And if you outreach to enough people in the right manner,
Yeah.
you're gonna eventually land an offer. And that's exactly what happened to you, right?
Yeah.
And bro, that's landing an offer. The first step we took
Yeah.
was for you to actually land a sales position.
Yeah.
Now what's next after that? After you land a sales position, you actually need to get good at sales.
Yeah.
Now walk me through like what steps did we take to actually go from 0
Yeah.
to just your first 5K month, 1 to 5K a month. Like walk me through those steps.
Yeah. 0 to 5K. So once I had the direction figured out, it was just about consistency, right? Going in the setting, it's how consistent you can be. And one of the things I quickly learned was that consistency pays off. Unlike other stuff in e-commerce, consistency in sales is so important because I don't want to sound like it's repetitive, but you kind of got to be relentless when it comes to sales, right?
Absolutely.
If you're not consistent, then you don't get any results. You don't get any numbers. So that was the 5K. 5 to 10K, I was still consistent.
I'll tell you this first.
But-
I'll tell you this first because right now I want to go a little bit deeper into how you actually got to one just to your first 5K month.
Sure.
And I'll tell you this, the reason why we actually forced you to become consistent and this goes, and I'm telling you this from pure experience, and I've been in the game for fucking years, multiple years by now. The amount of people that I've hired, the amount of people that have gone through my sales team in and out, just because they weren't consistent. They couldn't show up to a single fucking meeting. They couldn't submit their end of day reports. They couldn't literally. They were leaving messages on red. It looks like they were allergic to fucking money, right? And with you being consistent, it meant that okay, it's impossible to lose now. With you being consistent with your inputs, with how many messages you sent, with how many appointments you set, and with how many deals you closed, you were consistent day after day after day, regardless. You never fucking back down.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why you're sitting here today, is because you put in the work day after day.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So that was your first 5K month, and how quickly I remember. The 1 month that we went to Las Vegas together,
Yeah.
because we went to celebrate and just fuck around. You know what? Quick side quest, right?
Sure.
We went to Las Vegas to fucking gamble,
Yeah.
and go on the strip and just fuck around, right?
Yeah.
And walk me through, like you hit around. I remember it was around like 4.5K,
Yeah.
pretty much 5K,
Yeah.
and you shot straight up to 7K. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Right. And how like that was like within like a month, not even right?
Yeah.
Within a month,
Yeah.
right? How did that feel, bro?
That felt amazing.
Wow.
Because that was a big leap for me.
Yeah.
I didn't really anticipate that, but through consistency, through persistence, that leap just felt amazing because I was reaping the rewards of my labor.
Wow. 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 How exactly did it change your life? Because I remember,
Yeah.
like, obviously we can say, like, okay, you're 11K.
Yeah.
But for me personally, like, being alongside you the entire every single step of the way,
Yeah.
like, I just feel personally that 7K month was the month that you truly felt, holy fuck, I actually feel rich now.
Yeah.
That was the big month that really changed, like, the way you perceive money,
Yeah.
right? Like, how exactly did that month change you and your family?
Well, that month was, I've been able to do stuff that I wanted. It's like
Yeah.
you asked me to go to
Yeah.
Vegas,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, let's go to Vegas.
Yeah.
And if I was still stuck at 4K, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
saying that. I'm like,
would not be saying that, yeah.
Vegas, bro, I can't to go there and lose money, like, nah. but 7, fuck
Yeah.
it. And it's like that month I spent 10K on my credit card.
Yeah. Oh
but,
shit,
but I
yeah.
made 7K.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, wouldn't you be in debt 3K? And
Yeah.
I was like, no, because I knew I had the systems in place
Yeah.
to make me fucking more.
Yeah, make more.
And by the
There you go.
time my credit card bill rolled around, I already made so much money. Fucking boom, paid it off.
You know what? You were so consistent, and you were so competent
Yeah.
with your numbers,
Yeah.
which we're about to talk very shortly, because that's how exactly how you got to 11K
Yeah.
with numbers. You were so consistent, and with your tracking, and competent with actually your efforts to the point where you could spend so much money.
Yeah.
And next month you fucking know you're gonna make it back.
Yeah.
Like regardless of what happens, you know it's there.
Yeah.
That's like it makes me so happy to hear that, because I know when you have those things in place, you make consistent income.
It's
consistent.
like on Instagram, you see those reels where it's like, if you wanna increase your profit, like bite off a big chunk, and then figure out how you can chew it. Like as cliche as it sounds, like that's how I've been like operating. It's like I want to do this stuff. I may not have the money now, but I'm gonna do it anyway because
Fuck
I
it,
know
yeah.
at the rate I'm going, I'm having
fucking
people like
G,
that.
bro.
So
G.
that's my mentality going through Vegas, and it paid off. And I learned that where you put your heart is where you put your heart is where you put your money. If you know
bro.
fucking I'm going
Yeah.
to make this much this month, you'll make that much that month.
You know, it's all
It doesn't
energy.
even- yeah.
It's all energy.
Yeah.
It's all intent and energy. You saying that and then letting it, like, literally letting it become the reality
Yeah.
next month. You literally set it into fucking reality, right?
Because what good is it be like,
Yeah.
I made 10K this month, but maybe next month I don't know how much I'm gonna make next.
Oh, no,
That's
I'd
what-
much rather make 5K a month.
Yeah.
But next month I know I'm gonna make 5K.
Yeah.
Rather make 10K this month, and next month I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna make, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, 1,000%. I'll tell you this. And you know what? That's exactly how you went from 1 to 5K and 7K.
Yeah.
Now, most people they really idolize the number 10.
Yeah.
I really idolize. I don't think anything above 8K, 8K to 10K a month is even the same. They're all the same.
Yeah.
And you not only went to 10K, you went to 11K. You went out just a step above that.
Yeah.
Like, the number one thing that I can say, the number one step that we took for you to actually get from 7 to 11K was not only just being consistent,
Yeah.
but actually tracking your numbers.
Yeah.
Tracking your numbers. Okay, well, this month you did this many closes. This was your show rate. This was your close rate. Well, now we have to retrace. Okay, well, throughout your conversations, what can we improve so that now, next month, we have a slightly higher number. We have slightly higher numbers, right?
Yeah.
So, 7 to 11K a month. Now, first of all, how did you feel? Actually, like deep down, like don't just tell me one word. Like yap about it. Like really go deep down. Like
Yeah.
how the fuck did you feel finally breaking that 10K barrier? Everyone idolizes 10K, right?
Yeah.
Right. How did you actually feel breaking? Holy fuck! I made over 10K this month.
Well, I was aiming for 10K, but
Yeah.
as it happens, I made over 10K. I made over 11K actually.
It was like 11.5, 6?
11.5, I think.
A 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11.5.
So you
yeah.
could argue it almost went to 12, but
12. If
Yeah.
you round it, if you like rounding, yeah.
But I aim for 10K because 10K a month is the numbers.
Oh, by the way, I don't mean to interrupt you. In sales, this is entirely profit. If we're talking about drop shipping, this is fucking rookie numbers.
Oh,
This-
yeah.
This,
This
is
is- yeah.
like when it comes to sales, 11K, that's
10K
take home.
in my pocket.
That's
yes.
in your pocket,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Exactly.
Like no
Go on.
overhead, nothing.
Yeah, no
Except
overhead,
for fucking Stripe or fucking
Yeah.
PayPal taking like.
Well, that's any
That's-
with any bank with
that's
any country in the world, you're gonna have processing
Yeah.
fees, right? Other than that, yeah.
These greedy motherfuckers, bro. But yeah. What was the question again?
I think I brain farted. Now. I forgot what the. I mean, I'll tell you this, man.
It was how I felt.
It was
right?
how you felt. Yeah. There you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was surprising, right? Because a lot of the times you set a call, you set an appointment, and you don't know if that's gonna close or not. But like I said before earlier, if I do my best, I can walk away with my head held high because I know I did my best for that prospect on that call, and whether or not the closer closes or not, I can hold my head up high and say I did everything that I can to ensure this prospect moves forward. And that's the mentality I went through, and that's why I went to 11K because I did my absolute best and I wasn't expecting it, but I knew that if I did my absolute best, there's bound to be things that happen.
100%. The main two pillars that we went over so that you can actually crack down 10K a month were these two things, and we mentioned them over and over again because they're so incredibly important, and without them you would be nowhere near where you're at right now. Number one is accountability.
Yeah.
Accountability. I mentioned this earlier. Just taking full accountability for every single result, even though it may not look like it, but still taking self-accountability, because that way we can actually control the result.
Yeah.
And when you can control the result, it's so much easier to scale your income because you're the fucking pilot, not someone else. The moment you put the blame on someone else, oh, the offer owner's not posting as much, oh, the closer can't fucking close, oh, the CRM doesn't work.
Yeah.
What control do you have?
And
No control.
There's times where
Yeah.
I wasn't accountable. Like
I remember,
times that
yeah.
I wasn't going to meetings.
Going to
Or
meetings. Yeah.
This is one time I showed up 14 minutes late. And I was
Not
like,
good.
fuck. I was kind of embarrassed. I didn't even want to take up the call after that. But, I quickly learned it's like, I'm in the comfort of my own house. If I can't be accountable to an online meeting, where the fuck am I gonna go in life? Right?
Oh shit!
That's
I never thought about that.
it's
Yeah,
like,
I actually
like,
never thought about that. Wow.
If you go to the,
Yeah.
I don't know, if you go somewhere else, right? It's like, oh, there's traffic, this guy's driving slow in front of me. Okay, you can at least make that bullshit up.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I can't join a meeting on time, how am I
true.
gonna see the numbers?
You know what's crazy? Back when I used to be a setter, I would see setters get fired
Yeah.
over being 10 minutes late.
Wow.
That's crazy. And the fact that we fixed that fucking shows everything, because when it comes to any sort of sales team, if you want to scale and make a lot of money as a team, there has to be A+ standards. There has to be standards, right? And the moment just one person doesn't follow those standards, guess what? It's a domino effect. Well, everyone starts asking themselves, okay, if this guy's not following this rule, why would I? I have no incentive, right? So by you showing up to every single meeting, by you submitting your data, by you hitting your key performance indicators day after day after day, that makes your standards and your entire team standards ultra fucking high,
Of course.
right? So that's the first one. That's accountability. That's the number one. If I were to point it to one thing or a few things, the number one thing the best things I've ever taught you was to be yourself, be self-accountable, and then finally, believe it or not, this is going to be solely responsible for you going to not only 11K a month, but 20K a month.
Yeah.
20K a month is all going to be about what? You tell me.
My story.
Okay, I think you brain farted.
Okay.
Your numbers.
My numbers.
Your numbers. You know that's answer intrinsically. I think you just brain farted there.
Okay.
Your numbers.
Numbers.
Now, why do I say this? I'll tell you why I say this. If you know your numbers, which you do know your numbers,
Yeah.
you can backtrack everything. When you track everything, all of a sudden, your income becomes predictable. Month after month, numbers after numbers. With you constantly improving it, the numbers only get better and better and better. Only with that way, you actually have numbers to go off of, which you can say, okay, we're lacking in this area. How do we improve this area? And we're also lacking in this area. How do we improve in this area? Okay, this area is doing very well. Well, let's keep doing that. Let's keep doing that, right? We know what to do. You know what to do good, and you know what to do, like, you know what's not working, right?
Yeah.
And with numbers, with you knowing your show rate, your close rate, for those of you who don't even understand, but it's very basic. The people who show up to your calls, the people who actually close from your calls,
Yeah.
right? With those kind of numbers being in place, you can actually track your way all the way to 20K a month. It's actually all mathematical.
Yeah.
Not only do you have to take full self accountability, but scaling to what your next goal is 15 to 20K a month, right?
100%.
Scaling to that is gonna be all about what? Looking at your numbers.
Yeah.
And reverse engineering. Okay, well, what numbers do I need to do next month so that this number can increase just by a few more points,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly literally how you got to 11K a month, because you just looked at your numbers. Okay, well, how do I increase certain inputs?
Right.
Now, how did you know what inputs to increase? By looking at it on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I'll tell you what, man. I'm so incredibly proud as to how fucking far you come. Do you know what? You know what my favorite moment was for me as your mentor? Like, my favorite moment, like, just of us together so far in the last 4 or 5 months.
There's a lot of things that come to mind, but
You know what? For me,
for sure.
I mean, okay. You know what? You're right. There's a lot of things that come to mind.
Yeah.
Retarded things that
Yeah.
come to
Oh,
mind.
yeah.
But the one that makes me more fulfilled, the most fulfilled,
Yeah.
was on Mother's Day when I saw that you bought your mother some jewelry.
Yeah.
And I remember, like when we first started, like there was no fucking way that could have even been possible.
Yeah.
Like you made like over 7K that month.
Yeah.
And you bought
That
for
was
Mother's-
11K.
Oh my bad.
I hit
11K.
11K the day before.
Wow.
So I think
Wow,
it was
okay.
a weekend. If I'm not mistaken, it was a weekend.
It was
and
a weekend,
I
yeah.
hit it right before.
And 11K, and the first thing you did on Mother's Day is you bought your mother some jewelry
And flowers.
and flowers, bro. How did that make you feel? Because I'll tell you what, as your mentee, bro, that made me feel amazing. There's
Yeah.
nothing better I could have seen on a Mother's Day than see my mentees like actually take care of their fucking family. It really made me really, really happy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing, right?
Wow.
I got, I want to give back to the people that supported me and my mom. She brought me onto this world, right?
Yeah.
And, I want to give back. I want to be remembered as, as humble, as caring, as, the one that once I see success, I share that with other people. And so I think, as I move forward, the only way, to move forward is to give back.
Yeah. Bro, cheers to 20K a month.
Cheers.
Cheers to
It's
that.
empty because
It's
you
empty,
drank
bro.
all of this.
Yeah, fuck you, bro. I'm not gonna drink because you have nothing in there then. All right, well,
empty.
cheers, bro. Because you're at a journey right now where all you're doing is scaling and scaling and scaling.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be mathematical. It's gonna be a matter of time before you actually scale to that number.
Yeah.
So, bro, pleasure to have you on board, and bro,
Thank
let's
you.
keep fucking scaling, bro. I can't
keep
fucking
going.
wait to see where this goes, bro.
Let's keep printing.
Let's go.